Alright, so this is my first MGTOW video ever. I've been a lurker on MGTOW on YouTube. I've watched thousands of videos. Can probably name the top 10 channels, but I've never made a video. So here goes. I really doesn't matter to me how many views I get. I just want to get my story out there. Whether, one or two people or 20,000 people or more hear my story. It's just important that I get it out there. I think we need to be heard as men. We're definitely not heard in society, so we gotta find our voice. So this is what this is all about. If you're wondering where my title comes from, MGTOW Rush, if you cannot tell by the music in the background already, I'm a Rush fan. Rush is the greatest band of all time. I've always thought that. So get used to hearing a lot of Rush on these videos. I'll have music playing in the background, and see if you can identify the songs and what the title is. So my story with MGTOW, well, really, the main story with MGTOW goes back about 4 years when I got my divorce. I guess you could say I've always been MGTOW, but it really got solidified 4 years ago when I went through my divorce. I moved literally across the country when I got married to my ex-wife. At the time I was punch drunk in love, and I figured nothing can go wrong. So I left my family and friends and literally moved halfway across the country to a place where I had a job, but I didn't know anyone. Literally, I had no acquaintances or family other than my then wife and her in-laws, or her family, which is my in-laws. So I noticed there were some issues pretty early on in our marriage. She was quite a violent woman. I guess I saw signs of it early on, but I never thought it would progress and get worse and worse and worse. But she would just fly off the handle at the smallest things. And anyway, long story short, it wound up to the point where she was literally taking boards and objects and assaulted me with them. The last day, the straw that broke the camel's back, she took she broke over this room divider and took it across my body 4 times. And for full disclosure, I didn't cheat on her. Whatever. I looked at porn, and she definitely didn't like that. She thought that was a form of infidelity. But whatever. Not that it's right or wrong, whatever. That's not the issue here. But a lot of women do consider it cheating. I guess it doesn't make them feel good about themselves. But whatever it is what it is. A lot of guys look at porn. And, I guess I maybe ignored her a little bit, to be honest. Because I'm a man going my own way, I didn't necessarily give her as much attention maybe as she wanted. So for that, I can see possibly me being somewhat of a contributing factor to it. But anyway, I don't think any man deserves to get swung at. So that being said, I did call the cops on her. I actually did call the cops on her. And surprisingly, she was actually arrested. That's my phone going off. Hold on a second. Stupid people. Alright, whatever. So anyway, she got arrested, and I think the cops knew exactly what was going on. I had bruises on my body, and she had nothing. She had no marks, even though she lied to the cops and told them that I was the one that was abusing her, that I had kicked her or whatever. And so the cops could clearly see that she was BSing. But, from what I've seen now in MGTOW and what I've seen about how men are usually the ones arrested, I'm actually, if I could have gone back in time, I would not have called the cops, because I very likely could have been arrested. But fortunately I wasn't, and she was. Her parents bailed her out, and so she pretty much, from that day on, it was the divorce was settled. I mean, it was just a matter of a few months until it was finalized. So she moved back with her parents, and obviously her parents took her side. They thought I was the one that wasn't I'm sure they thought I was the one who wasn't treating her daughter well, and they probably thought that, they probably even thought that it wasn't a big deal what she did, and, because of course she's their daughter, so they're always going to side with her. So anyway, when it got to the official divorce, we have 2 children, by the way, two kids, and when the ruling was made by the judge, I was hoping to get primary custody, and I did ask for it, but 90% of the time men do not get it. So she did get it, even though it was shown in court that she was violent, and the judge knew that she got arrested. I guess he thought that because there was no violence against the children, that she was not a threat to them, so that's why the judge gave her custody. So now my kids live a few hours, about 2 hours away, and I have pretty much the standard custody arrangement that most dads have. I get them, alternate weekends, and most of the summer and every other main holiday and spring break. So anyway, that's my story in a nutshell. I guess where I am these days, because again, it's been about 4 years, and I'm definitely past the stage where I'm no longer very bitter about it. I mean, if I had made a video 4 years ago, I'd be cursing and screaming. In a way, I've made peace with it at this point. Not that I've accepted it as okay, not that I've necessarily agreed with what's happened, but sometimes you just got to get to the point where you say, all right, shit happens, can't do anything about it, you might as well make the best of your life and make lemonade out of lemons. So that's where I am right now. I don't talk to my ex-wife other than necessary stuff related to the children. I haven't even dated, literally. I mean, I haven't even gone on a date. I almost scare myself sometimes, because honestly, man, I have it's not that I'm not interested in women, I'm still attracted to them and stuff like that, but I just have no desire to date. I haven't even gone on a date. I haven't asked a woman on a date. A woman hasn't asked me. I mean, at work, I've picked up a few times that there's women that have potentially shown some interest, but because I don't pursue it at all and I don't necessarily reciprocate and elevate it, it never comes to anything. And the reason for that is when you realize what female nature is and you see it for what it is, you almost lose interest. I mean, I think the only men that actually get involved with women are the ones that either don't know their true nature or just maybe know their true nature, but don't give a rat's ass because all they want is sex. So I think the only two people only two kinds of men that get involved with women are one of those two types. Yeah, so here I am. I'm in a good spot. I'm in school right now, and mostly just kind of following my own path. I have a lot of hobbies on my own that I just love, and I'm the kind of person that I can be by myself for hours on end, and I'm fine. I have my friends that I can see when I want to, and I have the people that I really know are there and have my back, and that I can talk to when I want to. But other than that, man, it's just women's a no-go for me. I can't say, at this point, I'm almost certain I'm not going to get married or have a relationship again. That's what I say now, and who knows? Well, anyway, this video's getting long. It's coming up on 10 minutes, so whatever, man. That's my introduction. There's a lot more I could talk about, so comment or post or like this video if you liked it, and peace.